Hey vinyl community, what's up? Matt here, back with a new video. Gonna show off my Halloween records. Spooky. Holy crap, nope. And that is officially the dumbest thing I've ever done for a video. And if you go back far enough, I did a video where I acted like I was taking a dump. So, Halloween records. Tomorrow is Saturday, October 30th. We are taking my daughter trick-or-treating. Sunday is Halloween. We don't do a lot for Halloween generally in our house other than taking our kid trick-or-treating. We might pass out candy if we're home. We're actually going to be gone to a Halloween party. But I love scary, dark, deep music. I don't know why. I like scary movies. I like scary music. So when fall comes around, like beginning to middle of September through even like halfway through November, I'm really in that mood for moody, atmospheric, dark music. I wanted to share some of my go-to albums. A lot of them are soundtrack-oriented, soundtrack-based, and that is what you're listening to in the background right now. I hope I don't get flagged for copyright stuff. It's the Unsolved Mystery set that I got in Savannah this summer. It's just music from the show, like intro, outros, sound effects, music that plays over different scenes. It's really cool. It's really spooky kind of stuff. And it is on this very pretty blue and black vinyl. I didn't show it in the last video. Oh, this one's the green one. I forgot. The other one's blue. This one's green, which I think is... Look at that. That is sexy. Sexy vinyl. Yeah. But yeah, if you get a chance to pick this up from TerraVision, I highly recommend the set. It's put together well. It's a thick gatefold. Let's see what the other one is. It's a 3 LP set. Oh, it's pink. That's right. Purple, pink, purple. Yeah, the one on the turntable's blue. They're all really pretty. They're well pressed. They sound fantastic. I thought this was like one of those purchases where it was like, am I ever going to play this? Am I ever going to listen to this? I play it all the time. It's really good, just kind of evening music when I want something a little bit weird. And again, it's the Halloween season, so maybe when Halloween is over, I will move on from it, but I don't know. Next up, Stranger Things. The soundtrack to Stranger Things. I have a lot of the Stranger Things soundtracks. This is volume 1. I have volume 2. I have music from Stranger Things. I have Stranger Things 3, the music from that. I have the soundtrack to that. I don't have the Halloween sounds from the Upside Down. That is one I'm kind of keeping an eye out for. This one was the Barnes & Noble exclusive. I don't know if it's even going to show up in the video very well. It's a little dark in here. It's on this sort of smoky red vinyl. Yeah, just music from Stranger Things. It's really cool. This one, the soundtrack to the movie A Ghost Story. I wish I could get it to show up in a video. I tested it earlier and it really didn't show up well, but the cover glows in the dark. So if you stick it in front of light for a little while, turn the lights off, it glows green. It's a really cool effect, and it's on white vinyl. I love this movie. It's one of my most favorite existential kind of movies. It's mostly score from the movie, with the exception of the Dark Rooms I Get Overwhelmed song, which I love that song so much, and I love this movie so much. If you've not seen it, it's like an hour and 20 minutes long. It's not very long. It's on Amazon Prime. It's so good. This is a recent acquisition. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing, an original. I don't know if it's going to show up well, but the gold stamp promo there. My parents were on vacation in Colorado, and they were at an antique mall. My dad came across some records and FaceTimed me and was like, if you see anything, let me know. And this was like the first record in the bins. It was only $10, which is a steal on this. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. And the soundtrack is nice and spooky and weird, but famously done by Ennio Morricone. And yeah, this is the kind of thing that I don't know. I love to have this kind of stuff in my collection. And again, I play it about for a month a year when Halloween comes around. And I'm very excited to add this one to the collection and get some more spooky music. Let's see, the next few are some newer kind of records. Going back to my Savannah trip where I picked up that Unsolved Mysteries, this, when we came into town, into Savannah, I told my wife and daughter, it was like, I don't care what's happening, what we're playing, what we're listening to on the radio. We will be playing Neko Case's Blacklisted as we drive into Savannah. and it was perfect. We pulled into Savannah at about 9:30 at night, and we're driving downtown, down the streets, and it's all those, you know, moss-covered trees that line the streets and cover the streets, and it was just kind of that perfect, spooky Savannah experience with this album playing in the background. This is kind of Southern Gothic Americana music. Deep Red Bells, the second song on the album, is about the Green River Killer. The first track is called Things That Scare Me. This is one of my favorite records of all time, especially something produced within the last 20 years. I love this record. I'm a huge Neko Case fan, and if you're looking for kind of a modern Southern Gothic kind of record, this one, you can't get any better. I think this is the top of the list for that kind of music. Another one I play every Halloween season, every fall, I call it kind of like pumpkin spice vinyl, is Dead Man's Bones. Ryan Gosling and a partner, I don't know, I can't remember the other guy's name, put this album out. It is, I will give you the full title here in a second, but that gatefold there, it's very creepy looking, isn't it? The music is not that creepy. Dead Man's Bones, featuring the Silver Lake Conservatory of Music Children's Choir. So there is a children's choir that sings on every song. My favorite song on here is My Body's a Zombie for You. But it's all really fun, kind of old-timey, like early 60s spooky kind of music with children's choir singing along with it. In the Room Where You Sleep, Werewolf Heart, Flowers Grow Out of My Grave is the closing track. It's a fun album. It's one that is spooky enough, but I think if you've got kids, they would enjoy it too. They might get a kick out of it. It's got a nice kind of tongue-in-cheek vein running throughout the whole thing, and yeah, even Ryan Gosling sings pretty well on it. I think it's a fun album. Now for some vintage records. First up, Jerry Cole and his Spacemen, The Outer Limits. They do the Outer Limits theme song. You know, kind of the Diet Twilight Zone show. The rest of the stuff on here is all surf rock. Midnight Surfer might get a little bit Halloweenish, but otherwise it's like Wipeout and Pipeline and Tequila, the typical kind of stuff. I think this was like 62 or 63 when this came out. But, you know, for the Outer Limits theme song, it's fun to put on. Do a needle drop on that. It's the first track. But the kind of surf instrumental that's kind of my go-to this season is the Ventures, Ventures in Space. They do Out of Limits, which is the Outer Limits theme song. They also do the Twilight Zone theme song, and then everything else is titled like Moonchild, One Step Beyond, Exploration and Terror, The Fourth Dimension, The Bat. The Bat is a really good track. I think it's kind of a more well-known Ventures song. Here's the back, you know, kind of the clean-cut crew of the Ventures, but it's a really good, fun, surf rock, Halloween-style music. It's really fun, and Venture stuff you can find so cheap. Seriously, don't pay more than $3 for a Ventures record ever. You can find them in dollar bins all across the United States of America, and keep your eye out for it if you're on the hunt for some more Halloween party music. Next up, Two by Donovan. I thought I had the greatest hits of Donovan. I don't. I need to rectify that because Hurdy Gurdy Man is phenomenal. It's one of the best spooky tracks of all time, especially after David Fincher used it in the film Zodiac. It just gave it an extra creepy factor. It's the first track on the album, and then the rest of the album is not spooky at all. So you bust out Sunshine Superman so you can get Season of the Witch, which is the first track on side 2. If I had the greatest hits, that would be the one to go with, because you might be able to get a few more out of it. But yeah, those two are classic Halloween songs, and I have to listen to them every Halloween. The other one I have to listen to that I must have gotten rid of is the Classics 4 Spooky. That is my favorite Halloween song of all time, and I looked for it on my shelf and I can't find it, so I don't know if it just got lost in the shuffle of the move or if I decided to purge it. I don't know, but it is not there anymore. For some more darker kind of psychedelic music, St. John Green, Seventh Generation Mutation. There's a track called Devil in the Sea, Messages from the Dead, Goddess of Death, One Room Cemetery, and then Shivers of Pleasure. I believe this was produced by Kim Fowley. Yeah, Kim Fowley and Michael Lloyd. Michael Lloyd of West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band fame. This is really good exploito-psych. and it's dark and it's deep and it's perfect for Halloween. This is a good one to grab. It's on that Flick disc label. Another spooky one here. I've only got 2 left. Black Mass by Lucifer. This is a Moog synthesizer record, or Moog synthesizer, however you want to say it there. This is Mort Garson, did Plantation, a lot of other synthesizer albums in the late 60s, early 70s. And this record, honestly, does get pretty spooky and pretty dark. There's tracks, Incubus, Black Mass, The Evil Eye, Exorcism, Voices of the Dead, Witch Trial, and ESP. It's all instrumental, it's all synthesizer, but it's all pretty spooky, and I like it a lot at this time of year. I don't really put it on any other time. And then last but not least, the Sonics. Here are the Sonics. They kick things off with The Witch. Strychnine is on this album. You also have Psycho, Nighttime is the Right Time. This is just phenomenal, like, raved up party music. It's really great garage styled stuff, and I'm a big fan of that, and still am in all that I have this in my collection thanks to a friend. So that is kind of it. I didn't want to show some of the typical stuff. I wanted to get a little more off the beaten path with Halloween music and kind of show you my go-to listening that's going to be happening this weekend. Hope you guys have a good Halloween. Stay safe. Hope you get some candy. Keep the TPers and soapers away, and okay. But yeah, that's kind of it from you guys. I'll let you. I don't know what's going on out here, but okay. Well, that's my cue to go.